Does it seem like action RPGs are like a dime a dozen these days? Hi there, this is David, and companies seem to be churning them out at a really fast clip, so it's very difficult to actually figure out what's good from what's bad. So I did the legwork here, and I'm going to be giving you 7 great modern action RPGs. But first, while we are on the topic of great RPGs, I do want to say that I hardly ever talk about mobile gaming here. But whenever I do, it's because they're pretty sweet. So if you enjoy mobile games, you should dive deep into the world of our sponsor, Bloodline: Heroes of Lethis. This is a thrilling fantasy RPG where you gather and collect all of your favorite heroes to protect your bustling kingdom while also protecting the entire world. But the magic truly lies in the mating system, where you're able to marry off 2 heroic bloodlines together and then combine the powers of elves, demons, demigods, orcs, dwarves, lycans, vampires, dragonborns, and more to create truly unique heroes all your own and forge your very own legendary champions. The stunning graphics and unique gacha gameplay provide a top-tier visual experience on mobile phones as well as smart pads, so download it now using my link or scan the QR code on screen for free to unlock an incredible starter pack worth $20. New characters and bloodlines with unique abilities are released every 2 weeks, so do be sure to keep checking up on your kingdom in order to get the best characters. You can obtain new characters not only by summoning them, but by marrying any 2 bloodlines together to create over 1,000 fantasy hybrids and endless possibilities for your lineups. These hybrids not only inherit the talents and traits of your parents, but also have a unique appearance passed down from each family tree, so no 2 creatures will ever be the same. All players can obtain uniquely designed hybrid champions, the Bloodcraft Legends, by earning points in seasonal guild wars and rewarding late-game player versus player combat. So do be sure to download the game now for free on Android or iOS. Just be sure to click the link in the video description or scan the QR code to get a starter pack worth $20, which includes 1 summoning crystal, 100,000 gold, as well as 100 diamonds, and the first 30 players who leave their in-game account ID and username in the pinned comment section below will receive a free Legendary Female Orc Champion, Ugrull, one of the best warriors to carry you into the game. I would just like to give another thank you to Bloodline: Heroes of Lethis for sponsoring this video, and now with that, let's get on to the 7 best modern action RPGs. Starting up with Dragon Quest Heroes 2. Released for the PS3 and 4, PlayStation Vita, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Dragon Quest is my favorite series of all time, and the vast majority of them are turn-based, but the Heroes spin-off is action, and both of these games are very well done, but I've got to say that Heroes 2 does edge out the original. It takes place in a world divided into 7 different kingdoms, and then you and your 3 partners set off to restore peace to the land. You either fight with the 4 unique characters that the game provides you, and then change your classes to whatever you want them to be to suit the environment, or you could choose to fight with all the heroes from the past games who come on in to join you. Mixing and matching your party is the name of the game here, as you set off into this fantastical world. I personally loved all the little nods and winks to the previous games, meeting those old familiar faces, and fighting off those cute and cuddly monsters. It all just made me smile ear to ear. I loved this game. Number 6. The Final Fantasy VII Remake. Released for the PS4 and 5, as well as the PC. What can I say about Final Fantasy VII that hasn't already been said? I played the original religiously back in high school, and what they did with this remake is nothing short of groundbreaking. Taking place entirely in Midgar, this takes characters that you know and love and fully fleshes them out. And importantly, Midgar is just no longer like a collection of mishmashed zones. It's actually a fully realized, enormous city full of people to talk to, side quests to do, materia to discover, and monsters to destroy. The combat is fluid, the dungeons are fun to explore, and they kept the integrity of the characters, as well as the city of Midgar, and the world that they originally developed. They didn't take and turn it around to do like an entire 180 here. Nothing is bastardized. It's only expanded upon and made better. I personally cannot wait for the second part of the remake later on this year, especially if they put the same tender love and care into the design of the overworld traditional world map as they did with the city of Midgar. Y'all better have a frickin' overworld. And hey everyone, if you're liking this video, please be sure to smash that like button and subscribe for some more great content. And with that, Number 5, Star Ocean 6: The Divine Force, released for the PS4 and 5, Xbox, and PC. What a surprise this one was. After the dismal Star Ocean Integrity and Faithlessness, this series needed a winner, and it found it here. The Star Ocean series prides itself on being a unique sci-fi RPG, kind of set adrift in a sea of medieval RPGs. And here, you get to interact with technology and go planet hopping. Thankfully, the development team decided to just go back to the basics and do what really worked. So you're going to be finding dual protagonists with 2 different storylines and different characters to recruit depending on who you choose as your hero. And your choices actually matter, along with multiple planets to explore full of different life forms and varied regions. And did I mention you can fly through the huge regions on your Duma? It really elevates the experience, and I must say, I kind of think that Star Ocean 6 did combat and exploration better than some of these AAA games out there. Not to mention that there's just so much replay value. It's really in spades. Number 4, Ys 8: Lacrimosa of Dana, released for the PS4 and 5, PC, Vita, and Switch. Popular opinion says that this is the best game in the series, and I tend to agree. Right from the get-go, Adol is shipwrecked on the cursed island of Siren, and it's there that he sets out to explore the tropical landscapes, rescue other passengers marooned by the shipwreck, and build a bustling settlement. It is everything that you could want: town building, tower defense mechanics when the raids come in, and tons of exploration through the prehistoric, uncharted landscape. I love the new Ys combat, where he's no longer alone and he teams up with partners, each with their own unique skills and abilities. It really does make me want to mix and match and play around with everybody that you get. And I've got to say, normally the story in an Ys game isn't exactly the highlight, but here, this is definitely the exception to the rule. I love the story and I could not put this down. Number 3, Trials of Mana, released for the PS4, Nintendo Switch, mobile, and PC. For those not in the know, this is a remake of Seiken Densetsu 3, which was a Japanese-only SNES sequel to Secret of Mana. But here, it's completely remade from the ground up, and it is the definitive way to play this masterpiece. You know how games these days can feel like such serious business? With all these cinematic movies and so much styling that you almost feel like you're watching the game rather than playing it? Well, not here. This is a refreshing throwback to a simpler time, where you compose a party of 3 heroes from a possible 6, then you traverse the world, restoring the mana stones, and changing your classes around, kicking ass, taking names, and saving that mana tree. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and it has so much replay value, with those 6 heroes and 3 different storylines to tell. As far as I'm concerned, it is the pinnacle of the series and is not to be missed. Number 2, Tales of Arise, released for the PS4, Xbox, and PC. This game here was actually my RPG of the year for 2021. Overall RPG of the year. No categorization, no nothing. This GOAT just won hands down. So that is definitely saying something about its quality. Tales of Arise takes everything that I love about those Tales games, turned it up a notch, and cut out all the extraneous, useless garbage that they added in Zestiria and Berseria. Many of those annoying anime tropes are gone, and the storyline is just so much more adult. You're not going to be sitting in menus forever, figuring out your combos, or putting on another piece of micro-plussing equipment. Instead, you're just going to be doing what Tales games do best, and that's exploring absolutely gorgeous, huge environments, getting to know your characters, and kicking ass in fast-paced action combat. This is easily the most substantial upgrade to the Tales series that we've had since like the PS2 era, and it is just a complete breath of fresh air. And finally, number 1, Xenoblade Chronicles 3, released for the Nintendo Switch. This, just like Tales, was actually my number 1 RPG of the year for 2022, beating out every other RPG released that year, so that is saying something. While the original Xenoblade is one of the best games ever made, 3 takes all the great features of that first game, adds in some quality of life feature, and tells a gripping storyline involving countries locked in a never-ending war and characters who face an inevitable death. Everyone's likable, relatable, and endearing, with hardly any annoying anime tropes, and more importantly, the world is just massive, rife with hidden nooks and crannies to explore. And the combat, it's just chef's kiss. This game single-handedly made last summer fantastic for me. I probably played this for like a month straight. Well, that's it for 7 great modern action RPGs. What do you think are the best modern action RPGs out there? Let me know in the comments. And if you like this video and want to do on the channel, please consider following me over on Twitter, supporting me on Patreon for exclusive videos and early access to my content, heading on over to Twitch for streaming fun, or coming on over my Discord to chat and hang out. The links to them all can be found in the video description. This has been David, and if you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.